this week's video is going to be something a little different. We are going to do a story time, and I was like, what video should I film this week? Last week I took a break because, you know, life is crazy, and so this week I want to come back with a real fun video, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to do a story time, and I'm going to tell you the one story that I have street cred for, because other than that, I really don't have any, and I think you guys will find it a little interesting. And so if you do, make sure you let me know in the comments down below, so maybe if somehow I find another story or something comes up, I can maybe tell you guys about it. But also make sure you give this video a big thumbs up, and while you're down there, you know, you can hit that subscribe button, also hit that bell notification icon button. And if you guys are used to my other videos, there might be a haul coming up in the future, a special haul, so make sure you keep a lookout for that in your inbox or your subscription feed. But other than that, let's go ahead and get started with this video. So I had just graduated high school and I wanted to go on a graduation trip, so I decided to go on a cruise with my friend's family, and I was like, this is gonna be great, this is gonna be us like hanging out, this is our big trip after high school, like look at us. And basically it was her mom and dad, her younger siblings, and then like her other family, which would be like her aunt and her uncle, her cousins, which were like about our age. One was older and she had a child, but she was still pretty young. And so it was a good group, a fun group, and all the kids had a room by themselves. Like, it was really, really cool. And so if you guys have ever been on a cruise, you know that they have these little clubs, okay? So these clubs, some of them are like kids clubs, which are like, I don't know, like 6 to 12 years old, and then you have like the teen club, which would be 13 to 17, and then you have like the big club, okay? It's like for the big boys and girls, which is like adults, of course, so it's 18 and older. And your girl graduated high school at 17 years old, and your girl went on this cruise at 17 years old. But please keep in mind, my birthday was literally like 2 weeks later. Not even, like, I know there was like a very short distance of between me getting off this cruise and my birthday, and everyone else on this trip is 18 years old, like all, like her cousin. I'm just like at least 18, so I'm just like, sorry, I'm like that lame one that's holding y'all back, you know what I mean? I kind of felt bad about it, so I was like, maybe, just maybe, I can finesse my way into getting inside of like that party. And no one like complained or anything about it. No one was like, oh, you're 17, but like I was like, you know what, I want to hang out with everyone else. And I'm not one to like really go to clubs or anything, but we were on a cruise trying new things, so I was like, let's do it. And so the security guards, there's 2 of them, and one of them's Indian. I'm just like, hey, like, I don't know what I was thinking. Like, okay, so I just want to say I went to a very not diverse school when I went to high school, so I was like one of the only Indians, and so I was just like, whenever I saw another Indian out in public, I was like, immediate, I have a connection with you, and like clearly we don't, but in my head I'm like, well, I'm Indian, and there's not very many in my school, so there must not be very many from where you're from, so you're Indian, we're Indian together, and like, it's great. No, that is not how it goes in real life. I go to college, it's very diverse, there's a lot of Indians here. No one cares if you're Indian, you're cool. I'm saying that a lot. Okay, you get the point. So I see this Indian security guard, I'm like, he's gonna let me in. So I go up to him and I'm just like, oh, like, what part of India are you from? Because he's clearly from India, he has an accent, my parents are from India, and I'm like trying to talk to him, you're like, yeah, well, like, my birthday is in 2 weeks, and I just like go ahead and go in. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm not one to like try to do those type of things, but I guess I was feeling confident. I just graduated. I was like, I got this. I got the world. Yeah, okay. And so I'm trying to get this guy to let me in, and he's not letting me in, and he's being super nice though. Like, he's smiling, he's talking to me, he's just like, yeah, you're not getting in. I'm just like, please, like, come on. And he's like, no. And so then, this is where the story gets a little juicy. These 2 boys, and I call them boys because I know they were like 16 years old, they come up, and they're clearly intoxicated. First of all, where did you get alcohol? Probably like their parents, I don't know. So these kids are intoxicated, and they're going up to him, and they're like, oh, we left our badge, which is like your room card, so like, why would you not have your room card with you, which also has like your birthday on it? And they're like, oh, we don't have our badges with us, but we're 18, so we need to get it. And the guy's like, oh, sorry, like, you need your badge. And then, this is what happens. One of the boys, the boy, he goes, I don't know where you're from, but in America, we speak English. First of all, the Indian guy was speaking English. Second of all, he just had an accent. Third, like, why is this child drunk, and why is he talking so disrespectfully? And guys, if anyone knows me, I'm actually a very reserved person. I'm not what's the word? I don't like to stir the pot. I don't like drama. I'm not confrontational whatsoever because it stresses me out. I'm more one to like make everyone happy and just be like, oh, like be really nice to someone just because I don't want to stir the pot. And so something came over me because I don't know what it was, but when he said that, I looked at him and I said, well, obviously he does speak English because he said you can't get in. And then, you know, first of all, not confrontation at all. I just felt like there was something in me that was like, you better stand up right now because this is the person in your culture and your parents. Like, first of all, my parents came from a different country and they have experienced racism. And so I was just like, I can't do this. And I just blurted it out and I had an attitude. And so then the guy looks at me and he's like, I don't know who the beep you are, and I don't know, like, who are you? Like, why are you even here? Why are you even talking to me? And he's kind of, like, getting in my face. And I'm just like, like, I don't know what to do. So my response is saying, well, my name's Lippy, blah, 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 like, my last name to him. Like, he doesn't care, but that was my response. Like, I think it was one of those things where it was like, who do you think you are? And I'm like, well, I'm blah, blah, blah. And that's all, like, that's all it was. And then I was just like, oh, shoot, I don't know what to do. But thankfully, my friend, let's call her... I don't know, let's call her Tabby. That's the first word that came into my head. Let's call her Tabby. Well, Tabby's cousin, let's call her Jessica, comes in and she's like, don't talk to her that way. Like, well, like, what are you doing? Like, why are you getting in her face? And then Jessica, that's what we call her. Jessica's cousin, let's call her Andy. Andy was just kind of watching and she was kind of chill. But then Jessica and this boy are like still arguing back and forth. And then he starts talking about he will fight her. Like, he's like literally like, oh, I'm going to fight you. Okay, I'm like, oh shoot, what did I do? And so then we got Tabby, she's just like, what's going on? Jessica, that's in this guy's face, and then Andy, that's just kind of like watching, she doesn't really care. And then she hears that someone wants to fight her sister, and then she gets up, and this boy's face is like, who do you think you are? How are you gonna say you're gonna lay a hand on this girl? It's like, on this girl, she's my sister, like, blah, blah, blah. So everyone is in everyone's faces, and I'm just like, oh, what did I just do? And I was like, there's gonna be a fight, and it's gonna be my fault. And then at this point, the security guards are like, what's going on? They're like, And so they tell everyone to like kind of break it up, you know, before there's like actually like a huge scene or anything. So first of all, I would just like to say that is the closest I've ever been to starting a fight or being in a fight. I would not have been in a fight. I would have just like literally walked away. But anyway, my point, the security guard is like, okay, what's going on? And so then these guys, like, well, it's really one boy, and then the friend is, like, kind of holding him back, and he's like, I'm so sorry, and they, like, walk away, and then I go to the security guard, and like, I just couldn't handle it, and he was like, you don't need to worry about all that, like, it's our job, and I was like, no, like, it's not okay, and he's like, don't worry, like, we deal with it all the time, which, first of all, makes me feel terrible for this guy, because, like, why does he have to deal with that? But two, he wasn't mad at me, and your girl wasn't in trouble. No one was in trouble. We just walked away, and then Lippy tried to not get in the club ever again. And that is my story time. I don't even know if this is interesting. This is as close as I have gotten to, like, a real confrontational situation. I don't like to do things like that, but, like, I couldn't. I could not hold it in, and I didn't really do much in this, except, like, kind of, like, spark something. But, like, I couldn't hold it in because they were rude and they're racist. And all my friends, like, that were around me backed me up because they're like, why would they say that? Like, that's not okay. So, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, the lesson of this is don't try to get in a club underage because if you're like me, you can't get in. And number two, like, don't be racist. It's stupid and it's uncalled for, and that's basically about it. So, like I said before, if you guys like this story, please let me know in the comments down below. Let me know what videos you want to see in the future, and make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. And other than that, you can hit that subscribe button and hit that bell icon notification button where you get notified every time I post, which is weekly. But other than that, I will see you guys next week, and, you know, keep watching because it should be a special haul video. Hopefully it's next week. Okay, bye guys. That was a whole body cough. I'm dead. I just died. I'm like crying. Oh my gosh. Okay, sorry about that one. Sorry, sit back down.